Frame number 11, 1/4 of a second at f16. Greetings everybody, welcome back to the landscape. I think that brief respite of weather has come to an end. So I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I possibly can. So whilst I try and recompose this scene to a portrait format, I just want to talk a little bit more about why film photography all of a sudden for me has become a lot more interesting. Now, it is a fact, I think, that lots of analog forms of creativity are back in fashion. So vinyl, for instance, it's been growing in popularity for a while. I even read somewhere the other day that cassette tapes were making a bit of a comeback, which is bizarre because my experience of cassette tapes is they were blooming awful. But analog, slower, deliberate forms of creativity are definitely on the up. Coupled with that, we seem to have an awful lot of discussion at the moment around artificial intelligence, and not just in photography either. Artificial intelligence is being used all over the place to supposedly enhance our lives. Artificial intelligence and photography is a really big topic. And it's a delicate topic as well. You know, I've seen a lot of debate in camera clubs about, well, how are you going to judge a competition? Or how are you going to work out that AI has been used to create this image as opposed to the author creating the image? And it's a really, really good question. Which brings me back to photography. You see, I have a little bit of a theory that the value of photography will, I won't say be damaged, that's not fair, but it will be impacted, I believe, by the use of artificial intelligence. Those people who are prepared to put their hand in their pocket and pay for our works of creativity, I think they will value something if it can be demonstrated that it's genuine. Those people who couldn't give a stuff about that and are quite happy to go to IKEA and pay £10 for a mass-produced piece of junk, they're not going to be bothered by it. But those people that want something original, something real on their walls, I think they are going to question artificial intelligence. They will want proof, if you like, that what they've just bought or what they're intending to buy is real and is genuine and isn't the work of some clever piece of software. And that's why I think film photography will increase in popularity. I'm just making a note here. This is f16 at 1/8 of a second, and we are slightly overexposed, and we are on frame 13. Right. There we go. I'm also going to do frame 14, which is going to be slightly underexposed. Right, okay, let me just wipe the filter. So that's f16, we're now at 1/15 of a second. Boom. We'll see what happens in front of me. Now, you might think I'm talking complete nonsense, but just recently I started to investigate a medium format camera and lenses, and also I need to get hold of a light meter. Medium format cameras, you can buy a decent condition one for around about 400 UK pounds, and then lenses, depending on the make of course, vary anywhere from £100 to, well, the sky's the limit. The kicker for me was light meters. I looked at getting a spot light meter, and I'd be looking to pay £400-500 for a piece of technology that is for a form of image creation that is supposedly, if you believe Frono's Photo and all these other popular YouTubers, is apparently completely dead. But the reality is, film photography is growing in popularity, a bit like vinyl and so on and so forth. And I think that popularity is in part fueled by the fact that it's real and it's genuine. Yeah, do you know what? You can take a negative and you can scan it and you can play with it. But if somebody really wants to know whether the print that they're looking at, even if it has been scanned and then produced on an inkjet printer, you will be able to prove with that negative that it's genuine and it's real and it's yours. And that if you have used artificial intelligence, it's to clean up dust or any of the other myriad of things that you have to cater for and cope with film photography. But the original source of the image is real and it's genuine. And that's why I think film photography is going to only increase in popularity. I might be completely wrong, I could be talking completely out my backside, but you only have to look at prices. Prices of film kit are going up, and it can't just be that everybody thinks that film is a neat trick, because film's expensive. Every frame that I shoot with this camera using this film is costing me somewhere between 75 UK pence and around about £1, which is 100 UK pence. That's a lot of money per frame when you've already spent out maybe a couple of £100 on the camera itself. And then, I mean, the lenses for these Olympus cameras range between £40, maybe up to £100. But for some of the rarer lenses, they can be £2,500, which is crazy for a film camera lens. And there has to be a reason for it. And it can't just be popularity. It's got to be some kind of intrinsic feeling or movement within the market that's pushing everybody to think about, how do I prove that what I'm creating here is genuine and real? That's my theory, anyway. I mean, what do you think? Do you think film photography is a complete load of nonsense, another flash in the pan? Or do you think film photography is going to grow? And if you think it's going to grow, why? Why do you think film photography is going to get more and more popular, if indeed you believe in that kind of thing? And it's, you know, my reasoning is one of the reasons why I've gone and bought a range of film cameras. I have 8 of them. Well, I actually have 9 of them, because I do actually have a medium format camera now, which I'm just testing. But, you know, that's a heck of an investment in a form of photography that supposedly is dead and buried and is dust. And I'm not the only one. There are lots of people out there who love these things and use them every single day. There are companies out there. Luton Cameras I've used, fantastic company in the UK that repaired and cleaned one of my Olympus cameras, and they did a fantastic job. There's another one, CamServe I think it's called, which I haven't used, but I have heard good reviews. And there are other companies out there who will take these things and service them and fix them. Well, those companies wouldn't be in business if there wasn't a demand for their services. And what's fueling that demand? people buying and using these things. Why is that happening? Well, I've just set out the reason as to why I think that's happening. But if you feel differently, comment below and we'll have a little chat about it. So I think this respite in the weather that was forecast is rapidly coming to an end. It's starting to drizzle quite persistently, and I can certainly see down the bottom end of the valley there that it's really not looking very nice at all. So I'm going to take a couple more frames whilst I can, and I shall bid you farewell. If you like landscape photography, do consider becoming a subscriber. This channel is all about landscape photography and nothing else, but I also do sometimes talk about kit and filters and things like that. If you've liked the video, do give it a thumbs up. It will be very interesting to see how many people do both watch and like this video, because I know that AI and artificial intelligence in photography is quite a touchy and sensitive subject. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But until we're back out in the landscape, whether we're shooting on film or whether shooting digitally, please everybody take care, stay well and stay safe. Cheerio for now. Take good care.